Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to your weekly oracle reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile 1. Okay, so you have 3 activations, 3 angelic activation cards. And the first one is integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves and allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Okay, so this is, sorry, I'm just holding that up so you can get the activation. So this is telling me this is a little bit about self-love, but this is also about becoming more balanced in who you are in your day-to-day activities, your life in general, and allowing yourself to accept who you are, whether it's things that you're happy with or not happy with. So this is where the self-love comes in as well. So, and look at that solar plexus. When we stand strong in our power of who we are, it makes us more confident and stable and grounded, and we can live life or navigate a lot easier. So paying attention to, we all have things that we're not proud of or that we've done, or also accepting things about ourselves. Maybe we don't like certain little things. And just knowing that we have that power, we can always change. We don't have to accept anything we don't want to. If there's something you don't like about yourself, don't deny it or ignore it. But this is talking about you will become more balanced when you accept all of who you are as a wholeness and letting what you like and what you don't like, letting these things balance out and just bringing attention to what you aren't as happy about, because this is affecting your life in ways that you might not be aware of. You know, you're trying not to deal with it or see it, but it's niggling away in the back of your mind, and that causes other problems to come up. It is affecting you in ways that you're not aware of. So becoming more in harmony and balance with who you are. And compassion, which I'm not surprised that came up. Heart activation. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our hearts into the world. So love is coming up again. This is about self-love, but this is also your ability to love and care for others, to be there for them without judgment. And I know how difficult that can be. That's something I still work on. I came from a very judgy family, always complaining, always griping, and it's taken me years to get to where I am. But you can just make a mental note when you become aware that you're doing this, and just say to yourself, I choose not to be judgmental every time it comes up, and eventually it will start to get better, though depending on how severe it is, there might be other techniques and actions you need to take to work on this. But this is also telling me that not everyone, but many of you are natural healers, which means, well, this has 2 meanings for me. Like if you're already a healer, someone that does Reiki, you have natural abilities, or it doesn't have to be Reiki. I'm sorry, that's just my channel. Any type of healing that you do, it's just a natural thing for you. You don't really have to make much of an effort. The energy, the love flows through you so easily and effortlessly. And for some of you, I see a natural healer also as you don't have to do anything. Just being in the space around someone. And you know what I'm talking about. You've been around people like this before. Like you can be in a room with someone. You don't even necessarily have to have a conversation, but bam, you just start to feel amazing. And when you leave or walk away from this person that you were around, you feel so elevated and activated. Your energy's up. You feel amazing. So for some of you, this is also an activation for that. It's helping you to tap into that, to see that, because some of you are kind of aware of it. Some of you are not aware of it, but you need to pay attention to this, pay attention to how your heart is feeling, and know that you are affecting people. You are an earth angel, I think is the expression that some people use. So, and the third activation, universal love. So love is coming in 3 times with your activation, 3 different types: self-love, love of others and the universe, because Spirit is working with you through your heart to help you elevate and raise the vibration and heal others. And the universal love, and also 4-4, look at that. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence, to the whole of existence itself. So reminding you, you are connected to everyone, everything. The divine is working with and through you. And this was something that helped me with my judgmental, or when I was being judgmental, is remember, the people you're looking at, those people are you. We are all connected in some way, even though we may not realize it. It doesn't matter what your background is, what your color, your ethnicity, any of this. We are all part of Source, Creator. So we are connected in many different ways. And so remembering that when you start to become judgmental and just tapping into that heart vibration. So this is major heart activations, love activations. And again, you are some type of healer. You are making a huge difference in the world. And these activations are going to help you do so even more than you already are. And again, for some of you, don't feel like, oh no, I have to go out and do all of this. Don't see it as a burden. You will do this with love and joy in your heart. And friendship and union is the next angel card. And so, yes, this is going to bring more friendships and union into your life as you start doing this. Because think about it, when someone affects us in a certain way, how does it make us feel towards that person? We're more open, we're more loving. Even if we may become friends with them, we may never see them again, but still it opens you up to the possibilities, and it helps you to have better friendships and connections with others as well. And the next card, composure. This is something you have been learning and will continue to get better at. And instead of maybe in the past overacting or becoming reactional, as we often do when we're children, as adults, well, sometimes, not always, we become more composed. We can handle situations better. And some of this healing work you're going to be doing might be very difficult. You're going to need this composure to keep yourself together, to be strong for the other person as you're working through this. And the next angel card. Yes. So a particular question you've been thinking about lately or wondering, whatever that may be for you, the answer is yes. And look, this angel looks like they're celebrating, they're dancing, they have a big smile on their face. So celebrate whatever this is. Maybe it's already happening, maybe it's about to happen, but just feel that joy, that love in your heart. And give gratitude. Compromise. And for some of you, compromise, I'm hearing giving in is not compromise. Submitting to someone is not compromise. This again comes from self-love. When we love and respect ourselves, we don't let people treat us like garbage. We don't just give up and surrender and allow whatever. So for some of you, you need to work more on your compromises. Working with someone on a compromise is a great way to handle a situation. Again, you're composed, you're loving, you're tapping into the self-love, you're respecting yourself, you're willing to go part of the way, but you're not giving yourself over to everything. You're not surrendering and giving up, which is major progress, so be proud of yourself for that. And the next angel card is a year from now. Okay, so some of you you're definitely being activated now, but I'm hearing more activations are going to come in a year from now, but also something you've been working on or expecting. The message I hear is keep working, keep going forward, And just know a year from now, you're going to start to see the results. And don't let that frustrate you. You love what you're doing. You're very passionate about it. You're going to keep going. When you feel a little worn out, take a break and then come back to it. But don't let the year from now disturb you. And it's going to fly by, believe me, I'm hearing. It's not like it's going to be, oh no, a year. It's going to fly by. You're going to have fun and enjoy it. Enjoy the process. And you're going to be glad that it took a year, is what I'm hearing. Because if it were to happen any sooner, it would not be the results that you want. So there's still some learning, still some growing that you're doing in this process. And communicate clearly as you're going through these healing processes. Working with yourself and others, always remember to communicate clearly, which will help with the compromise, and also with composure, that self-love, that compassion, that universal love, dealing with yourself and others, always communicating clearly helps avoid any misunderstandings, any blame, or, there's still people that look for scapegoats. They need to do more work on themselves. So communicating clearly helps avoid that, because remember how easily we can get triggered. I'm hearing, remember, people easily get triggered and they want to look for scapegoat. They want to blame. But when you communicate clearly, it makes it more difficult for them to do that. And 3 more messages. And look at this. Heart chakra came out again. Self-love came out again. Oh, I'm just now seeing that. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. And the second card, signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. So remembering to look for the signs, especially when you're feeling frustrated or stuck, ask for guidance. And the last angel message, fearlessness, solar plexus coming through twice. Look at that, heart under solar plexus and then solar plexus under heart, where it was talking about balance. I love that it came out that way, because it's showing balance in the reading. Fearlessness, turn your worrier into a warrior. So yes, you are a warrior. You're doing great work. You're getting ready to do even more. So this is sort of, it's new year. This is part of what the next year is going to be about with your life. You're working more towards helping people, serving the universe, animals, the planet, everything. It's not one thing specific. You're a powerful healer. And as you continue to do the work on yourself, you become more powerful. You're able to do more good work in the world. So those are your messages. Oh, and I just saw 1313 timestamp on here. So some of you need to hear 1313. Look up that angel number and see what your very last message is. How exciting. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they're helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to your weekly oracle reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 2. Okay, so your 3 activation cards. The first one, remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in the body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of things coming through with this. Wow. There's the activation. Okay, so this is about, some of you are questioning or doubting some of your abilities. This is the first message. Your psychic abilities, sometimes you just know things or you're able to do things and you're kind of questioning or doubting, and the universe is, this activation is to help you better tap in, to help you better understand and balance, to receive these activations. These are blessings and gifts from the universe. It's okay if you don't understand them or know where they're coming from. It's nothing to be afraid of and not to doubt it. And the other message coming through is, for some of you, this is about soul retrieval, and it's also about past lives. Wow, a lot of messages coming in. This is a very deep activation, and unexpected on my part. So it's talking about through the soul and the body. So reminding you that you have the ability to connect with these things. There's some dormant messages, dormant information and gifts that you're not aware of. So whatever it is you do, your type of meditation, and some of you don't, I'm hearing, try guided meditations. Not so much just sitting in quiet, but guided meditations. For some of you, this is what's going to bring up that information. For some people, you're questioning and asking, you're looking for the answer. And for some of you, you don't know that you're about to receive this. So just taking some time to do a guided meditation, to sit quietly. And hypnotherapy is coming up as well. So for some of you that do this, or it might be something new, hypnotherapy is another really powerful tool. So, and it says flow gracefully with and in life. So this is going to help you. It's about a spiritual awakening as well. With this new information, it's going to help better your life and bring in new information, new gifts, new blessings. Ooh. And the second activation is dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects, I love that, of a different origin and frequency. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So this is confirming with the second card. This activation is very connected to the first card. So it's saying, yes, it's where it's talking about harmonizing between layers and aspects of different origins, your past life, your soul retrieval. This is really powerful. Ancestors are surrounding you also, I'm picking up. They're helping bring through information, and just pay attention to signs and symbols that are coming up around you right now. More than some of you I know do this on a daily basis like myself, but they're saying notice, pay attention more than you normally do. There might be some things that you're missing, or you might see it and think, oh no, that's just, nothing or coincidence. They're saying no, pay attention, especially right now this week. More information is going to come in that's going to help you connect with the ancestors, with the guidance of the angels, and also helping you connect the soul retrieval and the past life healing. And look at that, passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from the chaos into the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Okay, so that sacral chakra, tapping into that passion. These activations are really going to ignite that passion again, and also new passion. But also I'm getting some of you, because this is also our sexuality, and some of you are, let me see how to put this delicately. Some of you really need to do work on this. There has been some type of sexual disturbance, and I'm not saying anything specific. It's open to all kinds of interpretation. You will know when you hear this if you're someone that needs to hear it. But there is something going on there that you need to work on, something you need to release, something that's causing you to not enjoy your sexuality anymore. You're not passionate or driven in that area, even when it comes to creating other things outside of yourself. So you definitely need to work on that area and heal that area in sexuality, and also just your passion of creating in general, because you have beautiful things to share with the world. You're some type of artist, I'm picking up for some of you. And for others, you just kind of randomly create things that people love. It's like a natural ability for you. So 3 or 4 messages coming through. Wow, was not expecting so far this particular reading. Very powerful messages and activations coming through. I could see why I was guided to create it now. So working on the sexuality and the passion and the gifts within, and it's saying from chaos comes calm. So some of you have been denying or not dealing with this, and it might be making some waves. It's definitely because, you know, when we're not healed in one area of our life, it affects all the other areas as well, even though sometimes we might not realize that it can and does do this. So you need to heal that sexual energy, that tension, that problem. Do the work. It's the next angel card. So yes, it's very important to do this work, but remembrance, this healing and coming more into that passion and whatever that sexual disturbance is. Perhaps you trusted somebody that did you wrong, or they just used you for sex, or there was some type of sexual abuse. Now is the time. The ancestors are coming in. The angels are coming in. That's why you're being activated in this way. This is why soul retrieval, this is why ancestors are coming in, because some of them have gone through this as well, and they're here supporting you. And just do the work, whatever it takes. And again, for some reason, this week and the next week, I'm hearing are the best times. There's something going on. I don't know if there's portals opening or something going on energetically, or full moons or something like that, that could have something to do with it as well. I'm not really into astrology, though I do find it very fascinating. Earth and ground, okay? So earthing, grounding, this is the most important thing for you to do, which tells me this is going to be, not for all of you, but for a specific few of you, this is going to be difficult. So just know and prepare. And earthing and grounding is the most important thing you can do before you start the process, whatever it is you're doing during the week or the day, the transformation that you're going to go through. Be sure to earth and ground before and after, because this is going to be the most supportive and the most powerful thing for you. And the next one, look at all those rainbows. Signs and reminders, transformation and freedom is coming in. And look at that rainbow, that's always nice to see. So this is major transformation. This is going to be an extremely powerful healing for you, beyond what you understand right now, I'm hearing, beyond what you can imagine. But this is going to bring so much healing into your life in all other areas as well, is what I'm hearing. Forgiveness. Okay, so this is another, I think that's Kuan Yin. It looks like Kuan Yin. Forgiveness is another powerful way that's going to help you work through all this. Forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. And again, forgiveness does not mean dismissing or saying it's okay. For some of you, you will forgive people and you might still have them in your life. But for others, that doesn't mean having them in your life. You can forgive them and get them out of your life. They're not good for you. And they're not going to help you grow in the way that you need it, is what I'm hearing. So just opening that heart, sitting with yourself, and remember, you know, bad things that happen to us is not always our fault. Sometimes we can be open and inviting, but that's not always the case, you know, and when we do that, it's because we are hurt ourselves. And we don't always know how to handle certain situations, or we can be forced into things that we really don't want to do, but we don't have the voice to speak up for ourselves. So forgive yourself. You know, you're not to blame. Things like this happen sometimes. You know, some of us have horrible childhoods that we work through, and until we learn the right tools and techniques, we don't know how to handle certain situations. So that's why, you know, sometimes these bad things can happen to us. So forgiveness will help move you through that as well. And opportunity. Look how bright that is. Look at all of that gold. She's being showered with gold as she's looking up, holding her palms up. She's being blessed. So this is going to bring a lot more opportunities. Wow, the first thing I'm immediately hearing is counseling. Not getting it though. For some of you, counseling might be good, but I'm hearing that some of you are actually going to be counselors for whatever this was that happened to you. It's going to put you in a place that you're just going to be, I'm hearing heart opening, heart bursting with joy. I'm seeing you like on your knees in tears and gratitude, which, sorry, that sounds kind of, might sound strange, but that's what's popping into my mind right now. But again, we're saying up here, you don't understand how huge this is going to be for you, but it is going to give you the opportunity to help heal others in whatever way you feel right in doing so. And the last card, or sorry, not the last card, but the last angel card, not the right time, okay? So, and it looks like another rainbow coming through, so you've got a double rainbow. Something particular you've been thinking about doing, you've kind of been batting around, or any major decisions. Okay, that's what's coming through. Now is not the right time for you to make this decision because you are at a very emotional state, and this is always the worst time for us in our lives. If we're overly emotional or we have something going on, we're not in our right thinking, our right state of mind. So the universe is saying, hold off on any major decisions right now. This time is about you and your healing. And the last three cards, the last three messages. Intuition. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards the light. Beautiful. So paying attention to your intuition when these things are coming up, because remember, soul retrieval up here, ancestors and past lives. So when that intuition starts kicking in, know that that's part of your healing that's coming in for you. Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. And that goes very well down here with opportunity. Yes, you have something beautiful and amazing to share about this experience, but it's going beyond that. It's also going to open you up to new opportunities in other ways. And expression with the forgiveness. You do have a voice now. You can have a more powerful voice. So remember, speaking your truth, putting your foot down, saying no. If you don't want to do something, no is the word. And that was a very difficult word. Something that helped me is I would sit with someone that I trusted, and I would have them ask me all kinds of random questions, easy, difficult, just things that I would say no to. And this actually helped give me the confidence to handle outside situations and people where sometimes I would have normally said yes, even though I didn't want to. That particular technique gave me strength and helped me. So maybe that's something that'll work for you as well. Always remember, there's power in your voice and it needs to be heard. And the last card, sacral chakra. Look at that, twice. Sacral came in twice. So this is a very, and they both say passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. Yes, working on these things, especially when it comes to sexuality, sensuality, things like that, sexual abuse. I know it can be, whether it's severe or maybe it's not as severe for some of you, but still something happened that shouldn't have. And when we start dealing with these things, and I know this from experiences as well, but now is not the time to get into this, it can be difficult. We don't want to relive that. We don't want to think about that. But again, this is where forgiveness comes in. As much as we might suffer and hurt going through the healing, you're going to feel 3 times, 4 times, 5 times as better once you're healed. And again, it's going to put you in a position. Think about other people that have gone through what we have, and even worse. I can't imagine some of these things people go through and how they can come out as well as they do. I mean, it seems like they're unscathed, though I know that is not true. So connecting to your passion, accepting this fear, not running from it or pushing it down like we normally do, but just let it excite you for the change that's about to happen. Think of the future. Think about how much better your life's going to be and all of these people that you're going to be helping. It's going to be incredible. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they're helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to your weekly oracle reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 3. And just let me say right off the bat, look at all of those colors. They are popping and they are all very similar. Okay, so let's see what your activations are. Sorry, I still don't have my regular microphone yet for this. I'm waiting for it any day now. Okay, the first activation is soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Okay, so this tells me that some of you are a little too stuck in the 3D right now, and some of you are a little closed-minded or closed off to what the universe is trying to present to you right now. And it wants you to remember the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. You are more than you have been accepting yourself. Like you're just kind of stuck in this human meat suit. And the universe wants to remind you you're so much more than that. To reconnect with your soul, to do some meditation, to do, actually soul searching is the word that came through, even though it says soul time. Do some soul searching, do some heart work as something else is coming through, and just spend a little alone time. Ask for guidance because it's here for you. The universe has already been presenting it to you and you've just been dismissing it. So it's time for a new reality. And the second activation, alchemy, number 8. Perfect. Time to activate the alchemist inside. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of that magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allows the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So ancient knowledge that comes from the blood of our ancestors. It's time to activate, to tap in, to become connected again with that magic within you. As the universe is saying in soul time, you've forgotten who you are. Like not like sometimes we get caught up in life, but it's beyond that. I'm hearing like you're just so stuck in your human form. You've forgotten your magic of who you are and where you come from. And it's time for some alchemy. It's time to tap into that. And what is it saying? Perform the miracle of transmutation. So by doing that and reconnecting with your soul, it's going to wake you up. It's going to activate you. Spiritual awakening, higher vibrations of reality. Angelic realms are coming in and supporting you. And also that looks very sacral chakra to me as well. So doing some sacral chakra work. And the next activation, tantric journey, which goes very well with alchemy or sexuality. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with others. Okay, so tantric work. So some of you might be drawn to tantric sex or non-sex, I should say, depending on what type of tantric work, because I know it's about moving energy through your body. It's not about an actual orgasm. It's about holding that energy and moving it and allowing it to transform your body. So for some of you, yes, but your soul is trying to reconnect to your passions and to your sexuality. And I'm hearing that some of you have not been, nothing wrong with being celibate, but some of you might not be doing it I'm trying to think of the right words here. I don't want to say not healthy, because I find a lot of good, a lot of creativity and things in being celibate. But some of you have been hurt in some way with a partner, is what I'm picking up. that it's time to heal that. Maybe you were deeply in love with them and they didn't love you as much, or you were overly sexually attracted to them, or they just used you sexually. And so you're afraid to connect that way with someone else. This isn't about, okay, pile 2 had some similar messages, but that was more about abuse. This is not about abuse. You weren't abused. You're just afraid to sexually connect with someone again because it really deeply hurt some of you. So it's time to, again, we're talking about soul activation and healing, awakening to your truth and how powerful you are. And for some of you, that is through your sexuality. And for others, not just the sexuality, but the sacral chakra in general, reconnecting to that passion, to the divinity of that loving, driving passion of creativity. Harmony and resolution. So yep, this is exactly what's needed. And this is what will happen as you start doing this work. And it's not going to be too difficult, I'm hearing. Like for sometimes when these readings, it does come through how difficult the work's going to be. But for some of you that might be nervous about approaching or doing this work, there's a possibility it might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's not going to be anything really difficult, stressful. It's not going to make you break down in tears or anything like that. So bringing more harmony and balance into your life, which again, that's what Soul Time was saying. Power and intention. So this again has to do with reminding you, as you become the alchemist, you will see and remember how powerful you are and your intentions. What are your intentions toward yourself and others? You start waking up through this alchemy and transforming. And this guy, to me, he kind of looks like, well, they're angels, but he sort of also looks like a wise wizard. So connecting to that, something just popped into my mind. Hang on. Mystic Merlinite. For some of you, that's why I saw him as a wizard. For some of you that work with stones, Mystic Merlinite is the stone that will help you work through this as well, is what I just heard. So remembering that power, that intention, reconnecting to it, becoming stronger in who you are and what you're doing in your life. Self-acceptance. Okay, so for some of you, this is about healing and self-love as well. Remembering, as you start to remember who you are and how powerful you are, seeing that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around, you will start to feel more self-acceptance. Maybe because you've been living in the 3D too long, you haven't been too happy with yourself. You might be depressed or just sort of disappointed. I'm hearing some of you are not happy with your life. It's not what you thought it would be, or it's not going the way. And that's another reason you've kind of just fallen out of tapping into your magic. You've been so depressed and just disappointed that I don't want to say given up, but you're sort of going down that path. And you're going to come back into self-acceptance as you start to expand and remember and allow that power to lift you back up. You're going to lovingly accept yourself and remember who you are, and all those feelings of not being worthy or not being good enough, those are going to drop away. And then, rainbow, and the key, be assertive. This is extremely important. As you start to do this work, do not stop doing the work. Keep doing it. Of course, the work is never done, but for this week at least, and next week, for some of you, it's going to be a month. Be assertive. Don't start to work and then stop or wait a long time and then try to come back. I mean, it's better to come back than not at all, but just know once you start this, you need to bring in the ending into fruition, fulfill that part of your destiny, that part of your life. And if your life is like crazy hectic right now, give yourself a few days, prepare. Don't wait too long, because if you do, you'll end up not going through this. But if you need to prepare, if you're caught up in work or something right now, the universe is saying, set a plan and don't wait any longer than a week. Unlikely is the next angel card. Okay, so for those of you that are already freaking out, I'm hearing that you're like, oh my gosh, what if this, what if that, what if? Unlikely. These things that you're already starting to freak out and fear that might happen during this transformation, the universe is saying no, it's very unlikely. Remember, false evidence appearing real. That's just the ego freaking out because it's always trying to keep us safe. It's always trying to control and manipulate us. So not to worry about these fears. You're going to make the transition smoothly. And within the next few months, some of you have been, this is a question when this card comes out usually. Not everybody, but some of you have been thinking or wondering about a certain question or about doing something particular. So the answer is going to come to you within the next few months. So pay attention to all the signs, symbols, messages, angel numbers, music, conversations you might hear outside. Other people are having, messages are coming through, and it's not just all of a sudden going to appear. You're going to receive messages all through the months that are going to help keep you on track, keep you on the path, is what I'm hearing. So don't think, okay, I'll just forget and then in 2 months it'll appear. It's not like that. You're going to continue to receive guidance with this. Okay, so the last 3 cards. Oh, look at that. Is that solar plexus or root chakra? Root chakra, sorry. It looks kind of orange instead of red. Strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. So being grounded, being strong and firm as you're on this journey, as you're doing this transformation, grounding yourself, regardless of whatever we're going through. I find that grinding, oh my God, I'm sorry, grounding is the most important thing to do anytime we're about to take on more than we normally would. Ground yourself. Sacral chakra, okay, it did come up again. Sacral came up again. Fertility. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. Oh, my glasses are steaming up. I can't see. Okay, so again, it's talking about reconnecting as you go through this alchemy, this change, and transforming, being grounded, coming back into who you are, trusting yourself. Fertility, not so much about being pregnant. I'm getting this is just about being more passionate and explorative, because the sacral chakra is also about passion and creativity. So you're really coming into your own with this. This is going to be a big major healing for you. So again, unlikely, don't worry about anything. This is like double confirmation coming through, saying the process is going to happen. It's going to be amazing. And you're going to get through it, no problems. Solar plexus, confidence. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. So this goes back again to the first card where it's talking about how you've forgotten your connection, you've forgotten your power, and you've just been stuck in the 3D, in the human body, forgetting the magic of who you are and where you come from. So this is going to help your confidence shoot back up again. So this is a beautiful reading and very powerful activations and healing coming through for you. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they're helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam.